boys and girls. Are you ready for another week of science? Today's Monday. Actually, my lighting's I'm having a little trouble with because I'm actually making this video kind of late at night. But I think it's going to be fine and you're going to see it in the morning. So when you're watching this, it's Monday morning. And today's activity is called Float Your Boat. Now, what you're going to need is you're going to need a container with water. I wanted a clear container so that you could see it, and you'll be able to see it in a minute. I don't have one that's very big. If I were you, I would do one that's a little bit bigger. And this might actually be a good activity to do outdoors. You could do it if you have a small pool. Large amounts of water are okay. The water doesn't matter. The other thing you're going to need is tinfoil. And you don't have to be exact. And moms and dads can help with this. I want you to have a square of tinfoil that is just about 6 inches by 6 inches. So it needs to be a square. Now, I'm going to try this a couple different ways. So before I started, I cut out 3 pieces of tinfoil all the same. Now, I might want some more later, and that's okay because it's going to be about 6 inches by 6 inches. All right? So it's important, though, that you keep the size of the tinfoil the same through everything. Now, in an experiment like this, we say we're doing trials. Okay? And a trial is like the first time, the second time, the third time. Well, this is the first trial. The first trial, you're going to take your tinfoil, and you're going to decide on a shape that you want to make your tinfoil, like a boat. You want your tinfoil to be able to do 2 things. You want it to be able to float, and you're going to need some pennies because you want your boat to be able to float and carry the most pennies. All right? So you can decide any way you want to make your boat. And let's see, I'm going to curl up the sides a little. I don't know. I'm going to try it one way this time, and then maybe next time I'll try it a different way. So I've made just a kind of a little scoop, and I'm going to put it in the water. Now I'm going to move the computer so that you can see, and I hope the light will hold on here. I'm going to tip it. Yeah. See how my boat is floating? Okay, you ready? So now, for the first trial, we're going to start putting pennies in the boat and see how long before it sinks. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. It's still floating. I probably should be a little more careful. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that's a good start. Notice I didn't put everything in. Do you think we'll be able to get another 10 in? 10 plus 10 is 20. I don't know. Let's see. So I have 10. We're going to count on. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wow. I wasn't thinking it would carry 20. Do you think we can get another 10? Here we go. I started with 20, 21, 22. You can't maybe see this, but water is filling up. 23. Oh, no. 24. Yep, that's it, boys and girls. I did 23, and when I put in number 24, my boat sank. So, for trial number 1, and you might want to make yourself a little chart in your science notebook. For trial number 1, we only got to 23, because on 24, my boat sank. Now, I'm going to take this out. These pennies are very wet, so I'm not going to use them again unless I have to. I have a paper towel over here to float them on. Now, I'm not, oops, well, I did sink them. I want to get all the water out of that boat and put some pennies there. Now remember the shape I did. So my goal here is to make it so that I can get more than 23 pennies. Let me get these out of here. More than 23. Now I have to think of a different shape. Okay, so last time it was kind of like a scoop. This time, I'm going to try it making the bottom flat. I'm going to turn up the sides. I don't know, let's see. Turn it like that. And turn up this side. I don't know if it will work. Okay, so now I've got a boat. Wow. This boat had a lot more space on the bottom than this boat. I don't know. What do you think? This one did 23. Shall we try it? I'm going to make it whatever shape I want, because once I put it in the water, I'm not going to change it. So let's see if I want it to float. Make the bottom flat. Okay, ready? Here's my boat. Is it floating? Yes. So here, over here are already my 23 pennies. I'm going to start fresh with these. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no! 10. It's still floating. 10. 11. Oh, it's filling up. 12. Oh, no. I thought I had it figured out. I thought that if I made it nice and flat and small, more pennies would float, but it did not. 23. And this one, I think I only got 11. Oh, my gracious. So trial 1, 23 pennies, and I would draw what that boat looked like. Trial 2, only 11 pennies. So let me think about it. This one that was all tucked in certainly didn't hold more pennies. I've got one more. Let's see. Oh, what kind of a shape will I make? You guys are probably thinking of some really good shapes. I don't know. Wow. It's tricky. You know what? I'm thinking about a canoe now. I wonder if a canoe, how would I do that? Turn up the edges. I don't know. Let me make it long and skinny this time. I don't know. I'm just trying things. It's a trial. We're not quite sure what's going to happen. So this one, see, it's more like a rectangle on the bottom. See how this one is much wider on the bottom. This one was just kind of scoopy, but there was a lot of bottom space. All right, I don't know. Maybe I should make it more like a canoe. I'm going to pinch the ends. You remember the canoes? Oh, there it is. See how I have like a little canoe? All right, so number 1 was a big old scoop. 23 pennies. Number 2 on my trials was kind of a square bottom. 11 pennies. Well, that didn't work. Do you think the canoe one, trial 3, that's got a canoe, will be better or not better? I'm going to try it. Here we go. It floats. That's a good start. Let's see what happens. Now, I'm not using the wet pennies because the wet pennies have water on them. And you know what? That just might be heavier. So every time I do it, I'm starting with dry pennies. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 10, 11. Ooh, so this one's better than trial 2. Trial 3 did 11 and 12, and it's still floating. Yay! 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, hope you can see it, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh my goodness. 22. I'm going to pull it away from the edge. 22. 23. Oh, you know what? 22. And then on 23 it sank. Wow. Now if I wanted to, I could try some other ways. Really, 22? There's gotta be a way to make it more. Now, I tried my 3 trials with the same size. Once you've done that, think about other ways you could float your boat. Would it work better with a bigger piece of tin foil? Would it work better with a smaller one? Maybe you don't have tin foil. Would paper work? Well, I know that we could float like a plastic dish or something in there, but I wonder how long, how many pennies would it take? You're the scientist. Are you going to figure it out? Let us know what you find out. And when you go to report it in your science notebook if you'd like. You could just draw a picture of your 3 trials and write the number under it like a chart. And remember, this is called float your boat. Float rhymes with boat. You can write that. You can write it kid writing style. Don't worry about getting every letter correct. You're being the scientist, and it's more important to get the numbers correct. Okay? So I hope you enjoy Float Your Boat. Can't wait to see what it looks like. And then tomorrow, I'll have another experiment for you. Can't wait. Bye, boys and girls. Have a great day.